Hey y'all, Rita Murphy here. Just checking in. I know it's been a while since you've seen my garden. And yes, my hair is growing out a bit. I haven't been able to get a haircut for a couple months, so bear with me. Right behind me here, I've got some sugar magnolia tendril peas. And look how beautiful they are on my swan. They're just filling out. And she's so beautiful. I've got this pretty pink right at the bottom of the leaves, and don't have any flowers yet, but we should have pretty soon. And I've got right here some butter crunch lettuce. It came up just beautiful. A little basil there, some carrots. I gotta thin out probably. Got beets going over there and some other greens. And just kind of thinking about what's going on and everything. You know, if you're like me, your life probably hasn't changed much. You know, I stay at home a lot anyway since I quit my part-time job. And thanks, Prince. And so, you know, I'm just here anyway. But the garden is looking awesome. Look at that. Got some kale, got some greens over there. I got broccoli rabe that actually came up and did something. I got some rhubarb in the middle of that bed right there. Right. I never know which way to turn my hand. Anyways, right there. Got some radishes coming on. Some of them, the greens get really big. There's some pretty lettuce there. Mike Dixon would be proud of me, but I didn't even arrange it that way. It just did that itself with the green and the purple. So pretty. So Mike and Lacey got my greens and purples in a row. And my little peeps are getting bigger. You can see them right there. I think the two white ones are definitely roosters though. And we got a couple of little ducks. See them over there? Hi, ducks. Duck. Yeah, and I got a chicken in the garden over there. And they like to congregate around my feet for some reason. The lavender Orpingtons, not lavender, they're gray. So I don't know why they call them lavender. I'm really bummed that they're not like a lilac color or something. I don't know, maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know. The radishes have gone crazy. Look at these radishes. They are just taking off. And in the back of that bed back there is turnips. And if you girls want to stay out of my beans, I'll put some beans and peas in here, just to see what they do. And they keep eating them. I'm telling you. Come here. Oh, come here. That's not how you pick up a chicken. Look, it's upside down. But yeah, see, there's some little spurs right here. So I think they're definitely roosters. But the ducks are the sweetest ever. Hey, ducks. You're so sweet. Yes, you're so sweet. I love their tiny little wings. They're just starting to get some feathers. I hope they're both girls. It'd be nice if they're nice little white ducks like what I had before. But who knows? Here's the garlic behind me. I have, seems like acres of garlic here. They're just in the beds. Planted them on Christmas Day. And I was about 2 months late planting them, but they're doing fine. You guys are eating all my cabbage. Get out of here. Oh, my poor cabbage. Oh no. Get out of there. Shoo. Come on. Go. Been eating my chrysanthemum. Get out of there. Come on. Shoo. Don't make me have to put a net over my stuff. Here, Lucy. Come here. I need to do some policing. Come on. Get in here. Today. Got my fence around my raised bed so the other chickens won't get in here. And then these guys are getting in there. They're getting too big, I guess, to be in here. So, what's that? Oh, that's your thing. It looks like you kind of decimated this carrot. Oh, ducks. Now these carrots, I grew these carrots all winter in here, and look what they did. They're like all split out and tons of roots. So fail. There, eat that. I don't know. It was just an experiment basically, but got lots of chard coming up. I got some little onions in there with the garlic. Look at that massive forest of garlic over there. And the grass is kind of getting out of control because I have some more pea gravel, but I haven't gotten it in here yet. I don't know. I just got too much going on, I think. And I got a rock in my shoe, so I gotta get it out. Drive me crazy. See my chicken shoes? Not a sponsor. Anyway, Lucy and I are just hanging out, and Bug, just wanted to say hi, hey, however you say that. My potatoes did survive. Some of them got a little frostbite, but they are coming back. So I've got a few weeds in here to get out too, but for the most part, that's a little potato there, little potato. If my chickens would stop eating the leaves. But there's a few weeds in there also. The raspberries are doing well. Here's some broccoli rabe that is already going to flower right here. It's hard to do things with my phone, but it has pretty little flowers, so I'll let this one go to flower. Maybe we'll collect some seeds and start them again. But these radishes, my goodness, look at this pink radish right here. These are little cherry bells, I think. And they're doing really well. I thinned them out a little bit, but they're still kind of crowded, so I'm just, as they get big, I'm pulling them. So there's a great big radish right there, and they are super delicious. I've got another broccoli rabe there, and there's another radish. That one's not quite ready yet, but this one is not quite ready yet. Cover that one back up. So I'm just going around pulling weeds, some, and like this broccoli rabe somehow keeps climbing out of the dirt, and I keep covering it back up. But so how's your garden doing? Here's my frog. Look at this little guy. He's got peas all over, but the turnips are kind of covering him up. So I pulled a couple the other day. They're still really small, but the peas are climbing on the frog. You get down. They're following me everywhere. I think I'm their mama or something. But you stay out of the taters now. So the big market garden, I planted some corn out there. Who knows if it's still in or the chickens have already scratched it up. The perennial garden is pretty weedy. I've really tried to keep up with it, but it's been raining a lot here, so it's really super wet. Lucy, come on. You gonna stay in there? Okay. Woo. That gate doesn't catch. So, hi Foggy. You look a little rough, man. What's up? Huh? There's Elvis. Elvis is in by the chives. Aren't you so pretty in there with those flowers? Huh? Are you a pretty boy? Huh? You gonna crow for us? Foggy and Elvis are brothers. We had a Foggy and an Elvis that I think are their daddies. They're from the same hatch. I'm guessing from the same hen, but I'm pretty sure they had different daddies because they both look a whole lot like our other two roosters that we used to have, except for the Rhode Island red color on them. I don't know where that comes from because Foggy was a buff. He was a bantam, like a buff Orpington, but a bantam size. And then Elvis, we don't really know what he was. He was all speckled and pretty. And you can go back on previous videos and look at those and see them. But here's some chives. Look how big those chives got this year. And there's more over there. And this is the darkest purple I've ever seen them. The asparagus is over here amongst the weeds, and we've got quite a bit of asparagus this year. There's one right here. There's another chubby one coming up there. There's some over there. You know, this one has gone to seed, but I let a few of them go to seed each year. You know, because I don't really eat them. I grow them for Jerry. He really likes eating them raw. Just snap them off, and he looks like Bugs Bunny with his carrot. But the mint has gone crazy this year. I've got a few thistles that I don't really want. They're getting pretty big, so I need to get them out of there pretty soon because they're getting really thorny, and that's a little dangerous for me. I've got some onions that I planted last year that came up, and we've eaten a few of them. You can see they're getting ready to go to seed, building up their seed onions. But down at the bottom there, you can see they're really pretty good size. I probably should thin them out after they go to seed, but we'll see. And I've made some videos lately, but I haven't put any on because every time I make a video, Jerry comes home. He's just driving around the house. So I just wanted to check in and see how y'all are doing, and hope to see you again soon. You see him there? All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye. God bless.